Family members of the victims of two deadly Boeing 737 MAX crashes back in 2018 and 19 are meeting with Justice Department officials today.
The DOJ is looking into whether Boeing went against terms of an agreement reached after those crashes when a panel blew off midair on this Alaska Airlines flight. The incident happened on January 5th, just 2 days before the settlement expired.
Let's bring in CBS News senior transportation correspondent Kris Van Cleave. Kris, what specifically are families of victims hoping to get out of this meeting with officials?
Well, this is really their last opportunity to talk to the Department of Justice to try to lobby them into rethinking this deferred prosecution agreement, something the families of the 346 people killed in those two MAX crashes has been strongly opposed to since the Department of Justice entered into this agreement with Boeing. So this is their opportunity to once again make their case, particularly in light of what happened in January and what we have learned since, that this deferred prosecution agreement needs to be thrown out. That's been a point for the families basically since the moment this deferred prosecution agreement was announced. This is really their last chance to be heard before the Department of Justice makes a decision.
And Kris, talk to us about the consequences that Boeing could potentially face from the Justice Department.
Well, if they throw out the deferred prosecution agreement or they find that Boeing violated that deferred prosecution agreement because of what happened in January, that would open the company and potentially executives up to criminal charges. Typically, when a business is charged criminally, it tends to result in monetary fines and, sort of almost a consent decree like you would see with the police department, where they'll have terms they have to operate under. But it would subject them to prosecution, the potential of a criminal trial. So you see why, if you're Boeing, you would like to keep this deferred prosecution agreement in place, as it will certainly be a complicating factor and something that will then play out further in the headlines. For the families, they say it is a necessary step in bringing justice for what happened to their loved ones, but also in holding Boeing accountable for those two crashes and some of what we have seen play out over the last couple of months.
That's right. Those families have been through so much in trying to seek justice. Kris Van Cleave, thank you very much.
Sure thing.